guys, it's me and Sonnet, and today we're going to show you how to put in doll eyelashes since Sonnet just got a new face up and she needs hers reapplied. So I hope this helps you out a little bit. It's not so much a tutorial, just kind of showing you how you can do it. So I hope this helps some people out. Okay, so you're going to need a few things to start off. Obviously, you're going to need your doll's head, and first we're going to take out the eyes. Those obviously can't be in when we do this. Just put them aside here. So it's a lot easier if you have a doll that's just a faceplate head system instead of a full head, because you have a lot more room to work. You're going to need preferably a pair of tweezers, some toothpicks. Obviously, you're going to need your eyelashes and some kind of craft glue or white glue, preferably one that dries clear. That would be the best in case you kind of get it outside the eye here. Then you won't see it. So, I'm just gonna kind of show you what I generally do. Ignore the meowing in the background. That's my needy cat. He just wants me to pet him. So, you're going to grab your first pair of eyelashes, and I've already trimmed these to fit because these were in her head before, but you'll notice that one side is longer than the other, this side's longer. That's going to be your inside, I think. Outside. Well, you could really do whatever you want, but when you put it in, the longest part you're going to want to have on the outside corner of her eye. And you will have to fit them, trim them to fit. You can kind of just bend them and see what works best. I think I can do this maybe a little closer to the camera. Yeah. So, yeah, that's a good time to use your tweezers. Just pick them up and kind of, I like to go in from the outside of the eye just because I find it easier, and just kind of get an idea of the placement. That's what it's going to look like when she's all done. You will need to push them up a bit, but you can do that when the glue is set. So I'm going to try to quickly show you sort of how I do this. I could have left those in there really, but it's easiest if you open your glue. And I really should have some sort of tissue to wipe this on, but just wipe it on the cat. I'm joking. No cats will be harmed in the making of this video. So I believe this dries clear. You just kind of take a blob and have it ready. And once you get your eyelashes in the head, it can be a bit tricky to get the placement right, especially if they're not trimmed properly, but I think I managed okay here. So you can see how it's inside the head there. And then this is where it gets tricky because it can slide around a lot on you, and it can get really annoying. But you're going to take your glue, try to get a good sized blob of the glue, because it's easiest to drip it onto the inside of the face like that, very carefully. And I will start with the corners first and sort of wait for it to dry so they're anchored to some extent in the head. I hope you can see this. I can't really watch the camera right now. And use the toothpick to sort of position them as well. And don't be stingy on the glue in the corners. My cat's up here for a visit now. Hi, Pooh. Oh yeah, I'm in Canada now, by the way, so this is my Canadian cat. I still have a couple minutes here, so I'll try to be quick and show you this. Try to avoid getting cat hair in your doll's head also. And then once that dries, I'll just I keep dabbing it so it gets in the right place, or until it gets in the right place. And then I go in the middle, just get a little bit, and just use the toothpick to position it. I should really just let this dry now, but I want a good blob in there. See, you can see the big bead that I've made, and I'm just gonna spread that out and position the eyelashes while I do, and I'm dragging it along the inside to help. And the whole thing doesn't have to be glued on right now, but at this point I would just let that dry because it is in a position that I like it. But I'm also going to want to push the eyelashes up a bit. And you can just do that with your finger, just delicately press them up. Like you're barely needing to put any pressure. And that's one. Also, as it's drying and starts to get tacky, it's probably best to take a new toothpick, not the one covered in glue, and just go inside from this side and push the lashes up so that there's not a gap between the eyelid and the back band of the lashes. And the glue here is not really tacky enough, but once it gets to that point, you can just continually push it up until you get it in a place you like, and just make sure they're angled the way you want, and however you like. And also note that they curve upward. Make sure you don't put your eyelashes in upside down, because if you do that and then realize they're upside down once it's dry, it's really annoying, because then you have to do it all over again, and that's not fun. Okay, so now both sides are in, and they're not completely dry, but I thought I'd show you what it looks like when it's done. It's never exactly the same practice for both sides, because the eyes may be shaped differently or whatever, or your lashes might be a slightly different length, so you just have to go with it and end up what looks the closest to symmetrical. And here's just a quick look at the inside. And what I do when it's dry, usually I go over it with one more layer. And that's all. I hope this helps some of you with putting eyelashes in your dolls. See you later.